So how do you get the call? Or how does the call from EFC come through? Is
Mm.
it were they in constant contact with your team? Do they just know your team well, and
Yeah.
then you know, or do they come watch your fights? Like how does it go
So
from the amateurs to EFC?
I think it's a bit of both. Um, you cannot join our Team CIT Pro team without winning amateur titles.
Okay.
So I won the Fight Star amateur title for juniors and then defended it, and then won the seniors one as well, defended that as well. And then they were like, okay, now you're good enough to go to the pro team. And then my initiation process was about 2 years. So you always the new guy on the block until
Yeah.
there's new guys that come in, and you know,
So what does initiate, if you can, whatever you can share, what does that
just
entail?
getting absolutely your ass kicked every single session. You
Yeah.
know, if the guys can try and drop you with a body shot, they're gonna try and do that.
Mm.
You get absolutely mauled in wrestling sessions. Coach is mean with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like small stuff like that.
Right.
But
It's your rite of
it's
passage, essentially.
exactly, you need to pay your dues in order to stay there
Mm.
or have the right to stay there.
Mm.
So when winning the titles was a massive add-on, and with that, we have great relationship with the EFC.
Mm-hmm.
They have been good to myself and Drickus and the whole CIT and most of the guys
Mm-hmm.
in South Africa. Without the EFC, we would not be in the position we are today. You
Yeah,
know, so
100%.
and the level of competition wouldn't have been where it is today. So
Mm.
we were in constant chats with them, and once we decided, okay, I am 18, so I'm old enough, then I did my pro license. MMA SA at that stage had a little bit of a problem with that because we were so young,
Mm-hmm.
but we basically just refused. They wanted me to go fight at IMAFs
Mm-hmm.
at World Champs. We just said no. There's no way. It doesn't make sense. We
Mm.
want to go pro now, and I'm very glad we did that. So
Yeah. How long would you have done IMAFs?
I think they
2 years.
wanted me. Yeah, they wanted me to. So they wanted me to fight. Like do their trials because now you need to first enter the SA team,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like, we have
Two national
two
titles.
national titles, but okay. So they wanted me to do the trials, and then they wanted me to do like Gauteng champs, and
And
then
then work it
African
step to step.
champs, and then world champs. You know,
Wow.
so. Uh, but Coach Mornay Visser, as most of them, I think he said, "There's no way we're
Mm.
not doing that. It doesn't make sense. Let him fight pro,
Mm.
and let's prove everyone wrong." And yeah, so that was a lot of pressure. That that pro debut was
Yeah,
quite
what was that
exhausting.
like, dude? Because is it a step up obviously it's a step up in competition.
Yes, yeah.
Had you fought on close to as big a stage as that
So
before?
yeah, so I think the closest it ever was my title defense for Fight Stars. I think there was about 600 people there,
Okay.
maybe 500, 600 people.
Mm.
Um, then I got to the debut, and that was also again the same card as Drickus. He
Mm.
was defending his title against Brendan Lazar,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden there were 6,000 people.
Wow.
So it was, I've said this on podcasts before and on interviews before, but in my debut I was so nervous.
Mm.
I really wished I was just in a small car accident. I was just like, not enough to get hurt, just enough not to go to the venue.
Yeah.
So I was the anxiety, and I've the anxiety got to me
Mm.
right through my amateur career. The anxiety really overwhelmed me through
Mm.
every fight. I remember there were horror stories of throwing up 2 minutes before walking out.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, that happened a lot. It's I don't talk about it a lot, but
Mm.
that is something that I went through.
Mm.
Being nauseous, struggling to eat on fight day,
Wow.
and that's just stuff that you need to bite on your teeth and really push through it.
Mm.
And once you make that walk, it's just like dipping in that roller coaster. There's nothing you can do. So
Mm.
just stick to your training, focus on what you have learned right through the camp, and really fall back onto the hard work, and hopefully get the win.
Yeah.
So,
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, I've got another one for you over here and over here. Please don't forget to subscribe over here. and have a look at my other socials down in the description box below. Thanks for watching.